Good morning. It is Friday. It is Cinco de Mayo, which is not Mexican Independence Day, I promise you. And I am back this morning to walk for 20 minutes, just like Chantal. I thought about doing something like interesting or something for Cinco de Mayo, but it did not happen. I don't have anything that would actually work as something to wear like the flower crown did for May 1st. I mean, I'm not gonna rock a sombrero or something because it's Cinco de Mayo. That's a bad call. So I don't know what's going on with Chantal. She seemed I don't know if it's a bird or I don't know. Excuse the background. I've just got YouTube running in the back. Anyways, overnight Chantal seems to have popped off quite a bit. Of course, overnight for me, Pacific Coast time. Other than that, chill. Good morning. How are you? Oh yeah. How long until you duck out for that? Cool beans. So it's another chilly day. A little rainy. Yeah. Oh. Well, that's okay. I'm sorry about that. That's a long drive. I'm excited. New Joe Bob tonight. And I'm going to have to go to the subreddit to catch up on all the stuff that Chantal's been raging about. But yeah, I guess in their live stream the other day, they were both acting exceptionally goofy to the point that people seem to suspect that they might be not just smoking shisha, if you know what I mean. And I think you do. I caught some clips from a reactor. He definitely seemed way less robotic. I personally draw the line for myself, not for anybody else, do you, at mocking his laugh. Because I used to get made fun of for my laugh, and it sucks when you force yourself not to laugh, like, ever around people. I also have a very good friend. Linda knows him, that has a very boisterous laugh. You could probably be in a packed stadium, and if he laughed across it, you'd know he was there. But he had an ex-girlfriend who was embarrassed by his laugh. And anyways, it was a really crappy situation. So, I mean, how we laugh is how we laugh. But, and let me say it clearly, Salah is still a piece of crap. Just because I'm not going to mock his laugh doesn't mean that I don't loathe him. I am pretty, like, I'm going to go with 99.9% certain that he is a romance scammer. And while I love that for Foodie Beauty, I mean, a romance scammer is for the same reason. See, because people can't control how they laugh. So I'm glad he found things so funny. I do think he was high, and I do think that he's a garbage human being, and I do think that he's a romance scammer, and I think he landed himself maybe not the whale he wanted, but the whale he deserves. Of course, I'm still half asleep. I feel the need to explain the pun. I'm not gonna. You get it or you don't. I downloaded a clip from the movie The Whale that I thought about using in my last video, but she doesn't deserve Brendan Fraser in any form. We are almost at 8 minutes, 2 miles an hour. I've gone 0.2 miles, and I have just burned 8 calories. 8. Do you think that I can eat a trash can lid full of ramen? Do you think I've earned that after this walk? Maybe I could slurp up some flan. That would be what happens when she dies there? That is the question, isn't it? What happens when she dies there? I don't know. And I was just with someone in the comments of a video that she seems to think that if and when death comes for her, because I mean, even in her videos, she said, I've given up. Dieting and exercising sucks, so why should I do it? Eating makes me happy. Why shouldn't I do it? Eating makes me happy, and eating earns me money. So basically, I have to do it. No, he's definitely not, Linda. He's definitely not. But, you know, there are thousands of ways that her life can basically end that don't involve, oops, I'm dead. You know, she could stroke out. She could have a massive heart attack. Very possible, incredibly possible, especially with the heat. I've gotten light heat exhaustion before, and let me tell you, it's miserable. Miserable. But she thinks that it's, oops, I'm alive, oops, I'm dead. But what happens when that's not the case? What happens when she rolls an ankle, winds up bedbound? What happens if she does have a stroke, but it doesn't kill her? What happens if, you know? Maybe I'll approach that in my next video. All of the ways that she can end her life without ending her life. I guess ending her life as we know it. But yeah, if she does die over there, well, let's think about things. We're pretty sure they are not legally married. Chantal has expressed an interest in showing us a marriage certificate, and Salah all but panics. You can see it in the chats. You can hear it in his voice. No, don't show them. No, don't show them. So my theory that he's lying to her that they are legally married is at least a little bit true. I think she thinks they are married. I think she thinks that her smart, sexy husband has all the connections in the Kuwaiti government to get around the pesky immigration laws. I think that she does believe that they are legally married. So, what happens when Foodie Beauty dies in Kuwait? Well, going with that assumption that they're not actually married, but he's lying about it, I honestly don't know what he's going to do. I honestly don't know what he's going to do. Because cohabitating with her is illegal. Like, Kuwait is an Islamic country. It's not just, you know, I was raised Mormon. If I moved in with my boyfriend before I was married to him, the church looks down on that. A lot of religions look down on cohabitating, or you are bound together by God or whatever. But in Kuwait, because it's an Islamic state, it is legit against the law to cohabitate if you aren't married, a man and a woman. So if they are in fact not legally married and Salah is lying to her, then I think he would get in trouble if, he called the authorities and said, hey, the woman that I'm not sharing a home with, but sharing a home with, has died. No, we're not married. My bad. No, he's not gonna. So I have no idea. I highly doubt if she dies at home or anything. I highly doubt that he's going to be super hyped to call the authorities and risk exposure of this illegal scam. Even when you watch their last live stream, I think he's drinking the Kool-Aid. I think even with Chantal only making pennies, basically, compared to what she used to, I think that with Chantal making as little as she does right now, it's still probably more than he's ever made in his life. And I don't know about you, but it seems almost like he's still awkward. Still not convinced he's not a robot. But it almost seems like they're getting more comfortable with each other, which means they're settling into their roles, and he's to have made peace with his beautiful wife, being his beautiful wife. You know, I mean, maybe. Because here's the thing with breaking the law in Kuwait for him. He is not a Kuwaiti citizen. He is in Kuwait as a refugee with his family from Syria. So he is a Syrian national. He only has like refugee migrant type status. He's not recognized as a Kuwaiti citizen. I mean, it happens like that here in the US. You don't need to, you don't necessarily need to be a naturalized, sworn in citizen to live here and or get benefits. If you're here as a refugee, if he's here because like his parents legally migrated and they brought him with them, so he's there legally. I'm not saying that. But I am saying he's not a Kuwaiti citizen. And from everything that I've read, Kuwait don't play. So if he gets in the tiniest amount of trouble, being a single young man, there is every possibility they'll deport him back to Syria. And the way things are going there, that's probably a death sentence for him, one way or another. Getting conscripted into the fighting or something. It's all conjecture. But, see? But she just waves it away and says, oh, well, there's a way around things. Bro, your husband is not part of the Illuminati. Yeah. The complexities of this. That's what hooks me, really. Like, she's a horrible human being. He's not any better. They're nasty people. But it's just, you would think, statistically speaking, that with as many harebrained twists and turns as she tries to find in her life to get out of, being the slightest bit socially acceptable, it's really interesting that statistically she's only really gotten succeeded in a plan one time, I think, my opinion, and that was her channel taking off and her becoming a successful YouTuber. But to borrow a phrase from my dear friend with the boisterous laugh, not Salah, nobody knows how to snatch victory, or nobody knows how to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory like Chantal. Hey, wow. We're at 19 and a half minutes already. See, maybe this is why Chantal is here. For the rest of us to benefit. For the rest of us to loathe her and be petty and start walking on a treadmill for 20 minutes every day, just like Chantal, out of spite. Maybe that's what she's doing. Whew. All right. And I am actually ending at 21 minutes. I got distracted. 2 miles an hour. I've burned 20 calories and I've gone 0.6 of a mile. And that was me, SoCal fat chick, walking just like Chantal. Thanks for being here, whether you were here live or here rewatching. Although why you would rewatch me sweating on a treadmill, I don't know. But if you're rewatching, I love you extra because I don't understand you. So I'm just gonna love you harder. Yeah. Leave me any emoji you want in the comments, because people have apparently been having a hard time finding the crab emoji. If I ever make it to the point where I can like monetize this channel and do my own little chat badges, I will make sure that a crab is one of them. I wonder if you can do any without monetizing, if you just hit that level. Because unlike Chantal, I don't need this as a career. I'm doing it out of fun and spite. So I love you. Thanks for walking with me. A like, maybe subscribe if you didn't hate it. And if you did hate it, I don't care. Bye.